So I'm Paul Allison, president of Archway of Hope, and we're going to welcome everybody today to another episode of what we're calling Life After Loss, the Archway podcast. I have with me Miss Tobie Walker, who we actually did a documentary with her about a year and a half ago. And for those of you who don't know, and a lot of people do, but back in March of 2021, her husband Chad, who is a Texas state trooper, was killed in the line of duty while trying to actually assist what he thought was just a motorist that was had car trouble, and ended in a horrible tragedy which affected a lot of people, starting with Tobie, the kids, Chad's parents. It just kind of devastated a whole community and also the law enforcement community. And so we had the privilege of working with Tobie and her family to talk about Chad and what he was like, how he affected everybody around him. Tobie got to talk about her and the kids' love for him, and it was just actually a beautiful story. Of what we call life, loss, and hope. And so what we're doing now, it's been a year and a half or so since that documentary came out, and we wanted to get back with Tobie. And, Archway of Hope is all about offering hope to people who've lost someone too early. And so that's what we're trying to do, is see how people have gone through a tragic loss and begun to build their life back and actually try to have a meaningful life going forward, which Tobie is a beautiful example of that, and her family is a beautiful example of that. But we feel like sharing these stories does offer hope to people who wake up and their world has been turned upside down by the loss of a child or a loved one. And so Tobie, we want to check in with you right now and see what's new in your life, see what's going on, and see how you've continued to rebuild a beautiful life.
I miss y'all.
We miss you too. We've got to get together and do something.
I know. I love seeing everything, and I know that the fundraiser was a huge success.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great. We had a
we
good one
were.
this year. And we're going to try to make sure you get here next year. I know you're busy though. I
Yeah.
know you've
We
got.
had a busy summer. We went to 4 states.
Okay,
So,
wow, that is a
yeah.
busy summer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, real quick, let's talk about uh, the kids. I want to hear how the kids are doing. How's
Mm.
Ethan doing?
Ethan's good. He's finding himself. He's figuring out that being an adult is not fun.
No.
So he's taken a different pathway. He is going more trade school.
Hmm.
So, he wants to get his welding degree, and, he's working full time right now, so he's still
Okay.
in College Station.
Good.
So,
Good.
yeah,
Yep.
he
Trying
there's
to
he's
trying to grow up, huh?
yep, he calls it living his best life, so
How old is he?
19.
19. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha. And then what about
yeah.
the twins?
Oh, they're 11. They'll be 12. They remind me every day we're closer to 12 than we are 11. So they just started the 6th grade. They're still at Limestone Christian Academy. They
Okay.
are so excited because they're considered the big kids now.
Yeah.
So they're on the volleyball team, and we have started to get our show animals. So Riley has her show goats, and
Oh,
we go
gosh.
visit Charlie's pigs every week. We won't get them until October, so they're keeping me busy. They're growing too fast.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both taller than me, so
Yeah.
which isn't much, but
Well, so they're good then.
yes, they're great. I mean, they're incredible. They're very mature.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're keeping me busy between the sports and the animals. So
And then the little one, remind me of the little one's name?
Tulsa June.
Tulsa June. Why
How do
couldn't
you
I
forget
remember that?
that?
My gosh, Tulsa
It's the
June.
impression.
How's she doing?
She's great. She's great. She goes daycare every day with Ray Ray. So
Uh-huh.
she loves that. She keeps us all busy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
So when she gets home, it's 90 to nothing outside. She likes to be with her animals. So,
Yeah.
she'll tell you now she's a chicken farmer.
Okay. All
She
right.
has her own, she has a chicken coop, and she's got chickens, and she's got a few roosters, and, she takes care of them, and she makes her own videos.
Oh gosh, she's an
Yeah.
influencer now,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, we're getting there. Everybody's like, "You should give her a YouTube channel." I'm like, "No, we're not doing a YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
We're just
Right.
keeping it for the memories."
Well,
It's good.
it's been a while since we've really spent a lot of time together, and I wanted to see how the progression has gone as you continue to kind of slowly get away from when this all happened. Talk about some of the things you've learned, some of the things that have, some of the healing that you've experienced, and then also any of the, if you still have struggles. I mean, you're free to talk about anything you'd like.
Yeah. Well, a lot where I find my comfort, my peace, my strength, obviously, I've made it, um, very aware is it solemnly straight comes from the Lord.
Mhm,
Every single day, I start my day that way.
mhm,
Um, it's an emotional thing because it's until you experience it, it's hard to understand, and it's not you don't have to experience that just because you lose someone.
mhm,
Um, I still battle. The past 3 weeks actually have been very hard. Just things are breaking, things are not going my way, things are and I'm just like, "Lord, like, I am doing it all for you. I am living right. What is happening?" Like,
mhm.
I think that's where people get, it like, they don't understand that just because you're a Christian, just because you're a believer, it doesn't make your life easy, but it makes it easier to know that, there's someone greater than us that holds it all, and he's taken it all for us. So just to cry out to him and know that he is our comforter, he is
Uh-huh.
our peace, he is where our strength comes from. He is how I do it every single day because it's not my flesh.
Right.
At all. There's days that I don't wanna get out of bed, and some days when I open my eyes, I just have to start saying Jesus because that's all. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not me. If Toby had a choice, she wouldn't there's some days she wouldn't get up, I'm tired. I don't want to. There have been, just in the past week, there's been times where, anger's come over me because
Mhm.
Chad's not here. Um and I don't think that'll ever go away because,
Yeah.
we have kids.
Right. Yeah.
So, I the kids, yes, if I didn't have them, it would be a lot easier to not do certain things, but just looking back on the things that I have done, I'm like, "God, like, it's an example of you.
Yeah.
It's because I have laid it all at your feet. I have given it all to you and have trusted that you're gonna get me there because there's no other rhyme, there's no other reason." And I wish people knew that until you experience that relationship with him,
Mm.
like, I can tell you, I can show you, but also, you have to realize that it doesn't mean your life's gonna be perfect, but you have someone to turn to
Right.
when no one when the rest of the world fails you.
Right.
So and just teaching my kids that is probably the only thing I wanna do. I
Mhm.
don't care about a grade, I don't care about a sport, I'm just like, I know what has gotten me through, and there's gonna be times where you fall on your face and mama can't fix it for you,
Mhm.
and we've lost so much already that, I'm just trying to instill that into them so that they know, and, I mean, I
Yeah.
just feel like that's my one mission,
Yeah. Yeah.
and, but just like the fishing tournament, we had this past year was our 3rd year, raised just shy of, like, $40,000 in scholarships.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah, this is the first year I was able to reach, more than just our high school.
Mhm.
So, I reached, 2 other high schools and was able to excuse me, let me get a drink. Was able to give, graduating seniors that have a future,
Mhm.
in college,
Right.
obviously, you have to be going to college, um So that was really rewarding. That
Mhm.
was a reward to be able to, give those scholarships out, not only in Chad's name, but, just to know that, you're struggling at that time in your life,
Oh, yeah,
Parents are
absolutely.
struggling, kids are struggling, so, it's important that I get to help those in our community, but it's mostly important that, it's in honor of Chad, so.
Absolutely. Well, and we were, very impressed, if you will, or encouraged by your family's faith, your faith, um, and I think for people who wake up and their world's been turned upside down, they need to hear, from people of faith that, when you can't get any lower, and nobody's able to give you the words to get you over the hump, that there's somebody that you can rely on that's faithful.
Yeah.
And yes, no, it doesn't necessarily make life any easier. It makes it more meaningful, and makes it richer,
Mhm.
things like that. But we have been inspired by your faith, and continue to be inspired. Understandably, you're going to have those days where you just I'm supposing that you wake up and you think, "My gosh, have I made any progress at all?" But then on the flip side, it's obvious to everybody who knows you that you have come so far. So, what
Oh,
are
yeah.
some of the joys that you've experienced? What are some of the new things going on in your life? Can you share those?
Yes. So, I am back at work doing what I love. I am back servicing occupational therapy at some schools. So it's actually what I was doing when I lost Chad. Actually, the day of his accident was my second day back from maternity leave after having Tulsa. And I didn't think I would ever get that job back because it's a hard position to get. And I had gotten it as a new grad out
Uh-huh.
of therapy school. And it was just a God thing. Like, I had gone back to work, at nursing homes around
Uh-huh.
here. It's just I love doing what I do, but, the school kids have always had my heart, and so I'm very excited for that. I just finished my 2nd week, so I get to go out and help little people, and that's where my heart is. So,
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be doing that. I have a boyfriend.
Okay. All right. I know
His name is
at one point you're asking, am I gonna be able to find
yeah.
love or companionship again? Is that what I want? So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Oh, Slade. His name is Slade.
Mhm.
We have been dating for almost 10 months.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
we met on the good old Facebook.
There you go.
Yeah. It wasn't like a dating or anything. It wasn't a dating site. It was just Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Social medias. Like, I tell you, Paul, I knew. I mean, I was 27 years old when I became a widow. Obviously, a hard pill to swallow was I was going to love again one day. God did not design us to be alone.
Mhm.
Yeah, Chad and I lived out our vows of till death do us part. That's a hard thing to accept, especially when that was, the love of your life, the
Right.
father of your children. We were supposed to grow old together. Um, People would bring it up to me that, well, when you do, and it would make me angry because I felt that if I even thought about sharing life with another man, that meant that I was forgetting Chad or just that he went away, so that's a tough thing, and it did take time, but Chad and I had those talks all the time, and I think I'm sure, couples have those talks, maybe more so when maybe somebody's sick or
Mhm.
um they won't be here for as long as you think, but I think it was because of his career in law enforcement.
Yeah.
So it was always, Chad told me word for word, "You find someone to love you and our kids, he said, word for word, "Tobie, you have so much love to give. That's not fair to you or the person that you're designed to love." And I would always get mad because I didn't wanna talk about that.
Yeah.
So, but looking back, I'm thankful for that because that gives me comfort.
Yeah.
But when I tell you the person that I prayed for, eh, Slade is every bit of what I prayed for, as in, um a Christian, just a good partner, but and when it comes to the kids, he doesn't overstep and he shows them love and he makes it look so easy, but it's how he honors Chad with me.
Okay. Yeah.
And that right there, I said, "Who," I thought to myself, what man
Mhm.
is gonna come into this and think that it's okay to do the things that I do, as in my scholarship every year,
Mhm.
the fishing tournament. Who is gonna be okay with walking into our home with Chad's pictures still on the wall?
Yeah.
For God's sake, we have a 4-year-old who knows who her daddy is. She has no memories, but she knows because we talk about him. Who's gonna be okay with
Mhm.
talking with her? And I've walked in on countless conversations because Tulsa is very curious. She's trying to, in her mind, piece everything together. Well, I have this and I have that, but then here's this person. So I've walked into countless conversations of her talking to Slade about her daddy, and Slade is just focused in on just hearing what she has to say, and he didn't know Chad,
Yeah.
so he just listens, and he doesn't overstep, and that's
Yeah.
huge too. Um, just last night, he's been building Riley and Charlie new, show pens for
Mhm.
their goats and their pigs, and he knows how to weld and do all that, and so he's really come in and has just blown me away with, I didn't have the time or the money to pay somebody to come build these pens that we had dreamed about, so it's been awesome to watch him work with Riley and Charlie on creating these pens. And last night I was down there helping him, because now we're doing the cattle portion of it because, I still have the beef masters. And so he knows that raising show heifers is important to me. And it's something that I want to grow bigger, and so we're talking about how we're gonna have pins set up to halter break them and all this. And I was helping him cut some pipe last night, and he's out of the blue. We're not talking. The radio is playing, and he was just said, "You think Chad would be proud?" And it just, it just took my breath away. And I was like, "You have no clue." Like, I
Yeah.
could see him right here with us, just like, because he couldn't do, like, he wasn't hands-on like this, like, he
Yeah.
didn't weld or do stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that, so we would've paid somebody to build us new
Yeah.
pens, or his friends would've came over. But, it's just, I thank him all the time for letting me be me and letting me heal. um, a lot of healing has come along since Slade has been here for 10 months
Yeah.
because of the way, he loves all of us and the way he makes me comfortable. It's, I don't know, I guess you can't know how it feels unless, unfortunately, you've been there. But just to
Right.
know that I don't have to forget him, and I won't ever forget him, and he knows that. And it's just nice to know that I have someone to talk with. And I mean, he goes, the cemetery is down the road, and so if we're out riding and Tulsa wants to pop in, or the girls, or we just need to go change out flowers or something, Slade's right there with us. And it's a godsend, and I'm so
Mhm.
thankful every single day because I didn't think it existed.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's amazing. Not
Yeah.
everybody's built that way, and I'm sure glad he is.
Yes, and
You.
I mean, our relationship isn't perfect. It's not the easiest either. He works on the road a lot, and he has kids. So, but the positives always, they just trump the negatives, and we both just rely on God every single day, and uh, it works. This is a different love.
Mhm.
Like, it's so crazy. Chad and I's story. just everything. It's just different. I didn't know that there could be different loves, but I
Mhm.
also didn't know that you could grieve and love at the same time.
Yeah,
And
that's
and that's new.
yeah, that's something people need to hear. I think,
Yeah.
we talk with people all the time that, and I'm sure you've had this too, that feel a sense of guilt for trying to move forward, to trying to be happy, trying to laugh and have fun. They somehow feel like they shouldn't be doing that. But I'm glad that you said you can do both simultaneously, and you can honor who you've lost. You can reach out and go forward in life and try to love again and find
Mhm.
companionship, and it's all part of the mix. That's
Yep.
cool.
And it's yeah, and I love that you say moving forward.
Yeah,
If someone says move on, I stop them real fast. It's not moving on, it's moving forward,
right,
you know? What
right.
what what does God's word say? Joy comes in the morning. It's
Mhm.
it's the morning, the joy.
Yeah,
So, we until people find it, and the guilt comes over me still, and I know that that is from the enemy, and so I just start rebuking it, like, "God, that is
right.
not your word, that is not what your word says, get out of my
Mm.
head." So that's just knowing how to fight your battles with
Yeah,
God. The battle's already won, but
r
we're still here on earth. While we're here, we still have to fight them. So,
right.
just knowing that I have that weapon that I can, rebuke
Yeah,
the negatives, the evil that is set out, so
yeah. Well, I was gonna ask if you're happy, and sometimes happy is really kind of a shallow word, but I'm gonna ask it, are you happy?
I'm happy.
Good,
I
good.
am happy. I can say, today, what it's 4.5 years basically since we've lost Chad, and obviously, I'm happier today than I was a year ago.
Yeah,
People would tell me when it was fresh, I know it's hard to think about it, but one day, you're gonna live life again. You're gonna be happier, and I'm definitely happier. I've f- I've found myself again.
good. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. And so, yeah, Archway of Hope, we're all about hope. Do you feel like you're living in hope right now, living a hopeful life?
absolutely. Every single day, I'm hopeful for what's to come. I
Mhm,
am hopeful for our children, and the way that they will continue to grow up.
mhm.
I'm hopeful for the impact that I can still have on people through Chad's story.
Yeah,
I will continue to host the fishing tournament every year as
mhm,
long as I'm able to, as long as I'm breathing. I can't tell you how this year, the third year,
wow,
um, was nothing but God. The first year was boom, everybody
right,
was in. The
right.
second year kinda scared me
Mhm,
for the future. The
yeah,
third year, God showed up,
yeah,
just like he always does, but it's because, uh, it was for him, for the kingdom, first and foremost,
yeah.
but, I'll do it until my lungs give out, and then I hope our children, pick it up. I'm hopeful for a lot of things.
Well, we sure are. We're happy for you. We're thankful for you, and we want to. It may be another year or two, and we check back in with you from time to time and see what's new and what's going on. I think your story is an inspiration, and it's an ongoing story. It's not your old story. It's the whole story of your life. So
Yep. It's
we
the power of your testimony.
absolutely. Well, thank you, Toby. We love you. We thanks for everybody that takes the time to watch Life After Loss, the Archway podcast, and uh, we won't forget about you. We'll check in with you from time to time, whether that's me texting you
Please.
um, or you coming on a podcast, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, or we can meet at the cell barn for some pie.
Now we're talking. That's where we need to have our next meeting.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, Toby. Well, it's good to see you.
Okay, love y'all.
Love you too.
Bye.